Hi, and welcome to Audible Angels Live. I'm your Earth Angel, Marlena Gold, and today I have invited a very special guest to join me, Coach Cindy. She is my sister, my friend, and an Earth Angel as well. Earth Angel Cindy is an executive self-care coach, a leader, and a speaker. She has helped countless people clear the clutter in their heads, their hearts, and their homes. I brought her on today knowing that there was no better person to launch my new podcast with all the stress and the fear we are experiencing now. She will be sharing an amazing and relaxing meditation with us all, so stay tuned and find a comfortable, relaxing chair to sit in and receive. If you have any questions, type them in, or if you're on the line, we can definitely get to your call today. Right now, I want to let everyone know there will be a very special person on the call today that I am going to be gifting a 10-minute clearing with me right after this call, so stay on the line. I will be calling out your name and location in just a short moment or two. So also, if you would like to follow along, you can go to audibleangels.com and find the link for Cindy's special offer today. With all that said, right now I am going to introduce this very awesome Earth Angel, Coach Cindy. Welcome to the call.
Thank you, and I'm so happy to be here, everyone. And I want to just tell you a little bit about me so you know who I am. I am Cindy Keil, and I am a writer, I am a coach, I'm a speaker. I am a certified stager and declutter consultant. I have helped hundreds and hundreds of women and others simplify and declutter their heads, their hearts, and their homes. And so I help people step out of the fear and uncertainty that's holding them back from embracing their unique and magnificent self that you truly are. I help you create the space that you need to shed the accumulation of layers that are blanketing your true potential. Far too often, we dress ourselves in falsehood in an attempt to find our place in the world, squeezing ourselves into odd shapes to fit into the boxes that society has laid out for us in hopes of finding peace, happiness, and fulfillment. I know from my own personal experience how hard life can be at times. While seemingly happy and thriving on the outside, I was pushing down my insecurities, my own fear, my own self-doubt, and always on the quest for approval from others. After my own personal struggles, I embarked on a journey of exploring mindset, spirituality, and self-love in an effort to heal. The whole world and my own possibilities opened up for me, and I found myself healing from my past and watched as my present consistently improved. I found true love in myself and in now of my husband of over 16 years. As I learned, I grew, I healed, I found myself naturally helping those around me do the same. I always knew I was meant to help and serve others. I always wanted to be a nurse, and I followed that desire, and I went to college. I've earned degrees in both nursing and business management. I eventually ended up in real estate, only to find myself now in a full circle helping others just as I had always intended but in ways I truly never dreamed possible. Life has a funny way of placing us where we need to be in ways we never considered or even imagined. Overnight, I decided to step out of my comfort zone of being a realtor, something I've done for over 15 years. And I stepped into the world of coaching. It was a leap of faith, to be honest. It was a terrifying leap. I was full of self-doubt and limiting beliefs. But the voice inside my head said, "You are ready." And I just thought, I'm not ready. It kept saying to me, "I'm not ready, I'm not ready, I'm not ready." And I said, you know what? The hell with that. And I followed my true calling, and my simplified declutter you was born. I am so thankful to have you all here. To date, I have coached hundreds of shopaholics, women and men, over 15 years. I've supported them through relationships, job transitions, creating their own dream businesses, and helping them shed everything that's been holding them back from their true potential. I am looking forward to falling in love with your story, just as I have theirs. And that's what I wanted to share with you today, that we all have clutter, and we accumulate clutter in our heads, our hearts, and our homes. And it's all in one big circle related. And so I'm here to tell you you're not alone. And I'm so thankful that you're here. And Marlena, thank you so much for having me here today.
You are so welcome. I knew we needed to launch this call having you on because right now, like I said, the fear is overwhelming and the stress.